I always did makeup on the side, like for friends, for fun and stuff like that. My boss, he knew I did that, and I shared some stuff with him just in passing, like seeing him in an elevator or whatever. And a few years into maybe like going into my fourth year, he had a conversation with me one day after a meeting. It was just like, what do you really want to do? I was in my 20s, so he's like, what do you really want to do with yourself? Because like, I know you're not really interested in sales.
Yes.
You're doing a good job, but like, what do you really want to do? I'm like, I don't really know. He's like, well, I've seen that you're interested in makeup. Why don't you work for M.A.C? He's the first person that told me about M.A.C.
Wow.
He's like, my wife shops there. You know, it looks cool. I can see you working there. Why don't you go and try to work there? I was like, are you firing me?
Welcome to the Friends in Beauty podcast, a safe space for ambitious beauty industry creatives to have real talk, get authentic answers, and practical tools to grow their businesses. Join me every week as me and my special guest reveal the keys to longevity and success in the beauty industry, from the ups and downs of their journey to the nitty-gritty of their struggles and triumphs. We're spilling the tea on it all, and most importantly, having fun while doing it. You ready? Hey, what's up? It's your best friend in beauty here, Aquia Robinson. Welcome back to another episode of the Friends in Beauty podcast. I'm so happy to have you here, and I hope you're listening to this episode in high spirits and in good health. Now, on today's episode, I have the pleasure of having Jeff Wright in the Friends in Beauty guest chair. So Jeff is a makeup artist, artistic director, a beauty educator. You have seen his work on Bravo's Real Housewives of Potomac and on OWN's Love and Marriage DC, to name a few, because Jeff is popping. You can catch him on the news giving beauty tips and showing us the power of makeup. I'm so excited to catch up. Welcome to the Friends of Beauty podcast, Jeff.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here. I've been waiting for this. Like I said, I'm a little nervous, so warm me up, get me going, because I'm used to being behind the scenes, really.
Okay. Well, we can't tell, because I was just telling you, I seen your news segments. You did amazing. So I'm just
Thank you.
yes.
Thank you.
I already know this is going to be a great conversation, but I always say we're going to start off with icebreakers so we can warm up, and so the Friends and Beauty audience can get to know you a little bit outside of what you do professionally.
Okay.
So the first one is just give us 3 random facts about you.
3 random facts. I was born in Lafayette, Louisiana.
Okay.
I lived on a farm for 4 years, one in Richmond, one in Roanoke.
Wow.
And my only friend for the 4 years was a black lab named Richard.
Oh, Richard,
Yeah.
I love that. What was it like growing up on a farm?
Well, it was boring. I didn't do anything. I wasn't responsible for chores. There were little animals there. Like, when I say little, not little in stature, but like just a few.
Yeah.
A few chickens. There was a cow. Richard, and us. Yeah. And so my mom had moved up from Louisiana to take care of my uncle's affairs before he passed on.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay. I always say I want to live on a farm or just like a whole bunch of land. I just love the outdoors.
Do you like being isolated?
I don't mind it.
Okay, me either. Yeah.
Like, isolate me, please. Sometimes I just need it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. What do people always tell you that you're good at aside from makeup?
Being a therapist.
I think that goes hand in hand. Makeup,
right?
Therapist.
Hair therapy.
Yeah. I think we
Like,
all have
that
people. same, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a personality trait that we all have that people just spill their guts to us. Like,
I don't know if it's all of us. Like, I've met some makeup artists and hairstylists that are very quiet. Like, you'll try to talk to them and they're like, I'm just trying to get this work done. Next head, next face.
That's true. Yeah, I kind of go by with whatever the client does. Like, if they want to talk, then I'll talk. If they don't talk, then I'll be quiet.
Exactly.
Yeah. When's the last time that you did something for the first time? Have you had any new experiences lately?
New experiences. I can't think of anything. Honestly, everything has been very routine, mundane, day to day. All the days run into each other, and every month feels like 2 weeks now.
Oh my God, you gotta change that. You gotta spice it up.
I mean, I'm trying. Life is just moving so fast. Like I said, every month only feels like 2 weeks long now.
Yeah.
I feel like I pay rent every 2 weeks.
Oh, so. The bills never stop. All the other ones too. That is crazy. Oh my gosh. Do you have a I like to say mini wins are like milestones that lead up to a bigger goal. Have you had any mini wins or highlights for the year so far?
The new segment.
Yeah.
The new segments. Yeah, because there are more to come. But I did it back in the day, like what was that, 2017, 18-ish.
Yeah.
And I had a good time doing it. And I had a long hiatus and recently got welcome back. So
Yeah. I
yeah,
love
that
that.
feels like a small win.
I love that. I had only done one. Like I was telling you, I did one. It was the end of 2019. I was giving like New Year's Eve makeup looks, and
Yeah.
that was before I started the podcast. But that experience in particular was like, ooh, hold up. I think
Did you
I
post
might have.
that?
Yeah,
You did? I'm gonna go look for it.
I
Do
was
you want to
like,
do another? You want to be back on?
I would. I
Okay.
it unlocked something in
We need to
me.
get you back on. Let's get you back on because you, like I said
Yes.
earlier, you're doing big things and more people need to know about the Friends of Beauty podcast. So
Aw, thank you so much. But
yeah, I'm gonna
it
talk to
really
you later
truly
after
like
this.
unlocked something in me. Like before I started the podcast, I didn't even realize that was something that I had an interest in, like being in front of the camera like
Yeah,
that. But I was like,
it's innate
ooh,
to you. Yeah.
it
And
was
you've always had like, you want to talk about how we met?
we will talk about that
Okay, we'll talk about it later or now.
later.
Okay.
After this last question.
Okay.
So if you weren't a makeup artist, Jeff, is there anything else you could see yourself doing right now?
Absolutely. I would be a surgeon. I feel like I have a very steady hand, a really steel-like mind about things,
Yeah.
and a little detached. Um, Either that or a therapist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so cool. I always tell people if I were to do it over again, I would be a plastic surgeon. I always tell
Really,
people that, yes, I would do like BBLs and all those things
girl.
because
We trying to
like
phase those out.
I mean, if they in right now, I would be collecting all the coins. That's why I'm like, I would have been a surgeon or I would have been like a cosmetic, like dermatologist, like a Dr. Pimple
Yeah,
Popper or
I see
something
that
like
for you.
that.
Yeah.
Like just squeezing out all the nasty stuff out
Oh,
of
you like
people's
doing that?
removing cysts. I like
Ugh.
it intrigues me. I've never done it, of course, but it intrigues me a lot.
I can't do it. What's that? The phobia, trichophobia, or something like that. The little holes or something
Oh yeah.
like that. Oh my God, that freaks me out. Yeah,
Makes your
no.
skin crawl.
Mm-hmm.
So I was gonna ask you if you remember how we met, but
I do.
obviously you remember how we met.
Honestly, we'll never forget you. I was gonna say that you have this energy, like this bright aura, like happy sunshine. Like if you don't like the person, I probably wouldn't know. I don't know. If you ever
Uh,
been around somebody you don't like because you just how you look right now is how I
uh-huh.
remember you back then. So,
That's
and
how
we
I
met
always
working
do.
for a mobile glam company.
Yep, the mobile
Yeah.
glam company. That was I don't even remember what year that was. What year
Oh
was
my
that?
God, that was like 2017,
Okay.
19 through 19-ish or something like that.
Okay,
I mean,
yep.
you ain't stay too long.
Yeah, I
You
didn't
were
stay too
in, you
long.
assessed the situation and you were gone, but yeah,
Yeah, I don't know if it's I just like things to be a certain way, like real, like
absolutely.
like solid. So
Hmm. So you
any
peep things that I didn't peep. Yeah.
any sign of that, I just be like, yeah, let me get up out of here because you ain't about to stress me out.
Yes. What's your sign? What's your zodiac sign?
I'm an Aquarius.
Aquarius. Okay. So this is
But
perfect for you. You're loquacious. You're interested in things. You know, you have a
mhm,
wandering mind. It makes sense
mhm.
that you're doing this.
Yeah. What's your sign?
Scorpio, 11/11.
Oh, I need to learn more about Scorpios. I don't know
Oh,
a lot about.
don't research because
I heard
everybody
you
has a
all are like
negative
really
connotation.
dark. Like you
Um,
all are like you will switch up on somebody like once you get on
no,
that
see,
bad
that's
side. I
yeah,
heard
yeah. Once you get on the bad side, it's not
uh
just a quick switch.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We'll let a lot of things slide before we actually get there. I like to be peaceful. It takes
Yeah.
less energy to be nice.
Ooh, a
So,
Scorpio. Yeah, we're gonna talk
yeah.
about that. We're gonna talk
Okay.
later. Yes. How long have you been doing makeup?
I started doing makeup late 2007, but I started way before that with my mom from
Mhm.
age 11 to 15. Like I
Wow.
would watch her and my sister do all their little beauty routines, relaxers, um, all types of stuff, just blow drying, curling the hair, like all that kind of stuff. My
Yeah.
mom saw I took an interest and she just put me to work.
I love that. Like you was
So
doing her makeup or
I
what
was
did
doing
you
her
do?
makeup. I was, I mean, if you want to call it doing her makeup, she had like maybe 5 items.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, it just wasn't the time. And
Yeah.
she was shopping drugstore. So there was hardly anything for us at the drugstore around that time. So she had like a CoverGirl eyeshadow trio and some like pale purples and a jumbo Wet n Wild eyeliner in black, unidentified red lipstick in a black case,
Right.
and oh, a physician's formula mosaic powder, but it
Okay.
was for a fair skin tone. And I would
Mm-hmm.
work it out. I would just innately do little things,
Yeah.
and it just started from there. So I've always had an interest in beauty.
Yeah, I love that she was trying to nurture that in you
Oh yeah,
from the
I
start.
started with art, and she nurtured that, and then when she saw the interest in beauty, she's like, "Oh, well, let me exploit this a little bit." I think,
Yeah.
and then we moved on from there. When I turned 15, I was over it. I was like, "I'm a teenager. I need to, focus on growing up or whatever." So
I know that's right. So from a well, when you started taking it seriously in 2017, how did you initially
in
like just jump in?
2007,
Oh,
2007,
2007.
it's
Yeah.
okay. How did I start?
Yeah. How did you just like jump into the industry?
So I was working for a convention bureau, DC Convention Bureau yeah, did I say that right? DC Convention Bureau, yeah, as a sales manager, and I always did makeup on the side, like for friends for fun and stuff like that. My boss, he knew I did that, and I shared some stuff with him just in passing, like seeing him in
Yeah.
the elevator or whatever. And a few years into maybe like my going into my fourth year, he had a conversation with me one day after a meeting. It was just like, "What do you really want to do?" I was in my 20s, so he's like, "What do you really want to do with yourself?" Because like I know you're not really interested in sales.
Yeah.
You're doing a good job, but like, what do you really want to do? And I'm like, I don't really know. He's like, "Well, I've seen that you're interested in makeup. Why don't you work for MAC?" He's the first person that told me about MAC.
Wow.
He's like, "My wife shops there. It looks cool. I can see you working there. Why don't you go and try to work there?" I was like, "Are you firing me?" He's like, "No, but I'm trying to push you towards your interests while you're young." Needless to say, he was right. We're still friends to this day,
Oh,
at
that's
least
nice.
on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate him for that because otherwise I wouldn't even be doing this. I don't think I
Mm-hmm.
might have, but it would take a long time to get there.
Yeah, I love that. Gotta have
Yeah.
somebody push you in. Somebody kind of similarly did the same thing to me. I was getting into makeup on myself, and my best friend's cousin, he's a hairstylist. He told me all about like Danessa Myres. He's like, "Oh, you should look into Danessa Myres. Look at this person, look at
Yes.
that person, and all of that." And I was like, "Okay," and I kind of just like took it from there and like enrolled in Bennett Career Institute. Took
I
their
did the same thing.
you went to
Yeah.
Bennett?
Yeah. I did the 3-day course
What?
when it was popular back
Like
in
the
2008.
symposium?
Yeah. The symposium. Yeah. I met Danessa there, met Sam, met a whole bunch of people. You might have been at that one, that particular one.
Which
It
one?
was
You
a
know what year that
Saturday
was?
through Monday. It was 2008.
Oh my God, that's
Because I
before my time.
remember 2009 is when they stopped having licensing for makeup in
Yeah.
our area and them announcing it. And then kind of after that, there was a decline for Bennett Career Institute.
Wow, that is so interesting. So I went to Bennett in 2012.
Wow.
And then I might have worked the last symposium that they ever did. It was in 2013. I got to
Oh, you
assist.
worked it?
Yeah, I got to assist while I was on the committee for it.
Mm-hmm.
So they told us, if you're on the committee, you can assist whatever makeup artist you want to assist. And Danessa was on the list, but
Yes.
I was like, I'm gonna assist Danessa. And then at the last minute, she wasn't able to come because
Damn.
she was still by coastal at that time. She was still
Mm-hmm.
in like San Francisco or California and New York. And then the makeup show was that weekend too. So it was just a lot for her. So I said the
So who
next
would you end
best,
up
if I
assisting?
say the next best person was Morel Hollis,
Yes.
because I was a big fan of Wendy Williams at the time. I used to watch that show every day. Like,
Same.
so I
Faithfully.
was like, yeah, Morel, I didn't know who he was. Like, I just knew he was her makeup artist. I didn't know
Mm-hmm.
too much about him at the time. But I
Like
was
who
like,
all
that's
he touched and all that. But
hmm
he's that guy.
I was like, that's the next best person. And that was the best
Yeah.
decision I ever made because we're still cool to this day. We're still friends. And
Oh,
like, he's
nice.
put me in position, like assisting him on other projects
Oh,
that
that's what's
really,
up.
at the beginning of my career, that really opened my eyes to the possibilities of what a makeup artist can do. So I'm really blessed. And then eventually I went on to work with Danessa like several times when her brand was still I Make You Beautiful and going
Mm-hmm.
to the trade shows and stuff like that, working with
Yes.
her brand and assisting her when she
From
used to
the
do the
ground up.
DVDs and
Yes.
stuff like that.
Yes. I still
Like
have two of her
I
DVDs.
have a lot of those. Yeah, just assisting her on set and everything like that. So I was really blessed in the beginning to like come into contact with her and Morel because they really like played a big role like in my career, like where I am now, like just to, you know, show
Absolutely.
me what's possible. Because, when you tell your parents or whoever you want to do makeup, they're
Yeah, they don't really
like,
know that
where the,
it could be lucrative or
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
the importance. And honestly, I feel like you got into makeup around a time where it became a household thing.
Mm-hmm.
For people to get their makeup done to have that celebrity experience.
Yeah.
Um, because before that it was just exclusive to celebrities and nobody really thought about it. They thought about it for a special occasion or a wedding, but that was it. But
Yeah.
going back to being nurtured by some of the greats, Rennie, I got to give a major shout out to Rennie. Rennie is amazing. This was some years back when he lived in New York before he got with Pat and, was doing all the things he's doing. He talked to me for like almost 2 hours, just giving me pearls and wisdom and just sharing things and uplifting me. Same thing with Sam Fine. We were friends since like 2008 is when I met him in person.
Yeah,
And we had a friendship through probably like 2017-ish or something like that.
I
And he was
love
a good
it.
mentor as well.
I'm still trying to get Rennie up in here. I saw him at the makeup show this year,
Oh,
but
he
he's
busy.
like he's so busy
Isn't he in
now. So I
London too
do
with Pat?
understand.
Isn't he in
I
London
know
with
he's
Pat too, I
traveling.
think? Yeah, he's a
Mm-hmm.
busy boy.
Because I had Sam on the show. Sam was like, "Okay, Rennie, okay, Sir John, I'm waiting for your interview." So I'm
Yes.
still trying to get them two on here.
I'm gonna look
Yep.
forward to seeing those.
Yeah, me too. Look. Do you have any career highlights so far from your time? Like some things that stand out to you? Cool jobs that you
Um, hmm. Oh, meeting Coco Jones because
Oh,
I literally manifested that girl. I was in the car 2 weeks before I got a text about working for her, and I'm looking at my social. I don't follow a whole lot of celebrities, but I like her, and
yeah.
I just want to see her grow. So I'm scrolling IG while we're riding, and I'm like, one day I'm gonna meet this girl. My friend's like, "Who are you talking about?" I'm like, "Coco." I'm gonna meet her. I'm gonna do her makeup. Literally 2 weeks to that day, and my friend can attest to this. I got a text from her reps in Cali. They're like, she's coming to DC. She was meeting with Kamala
Okay.
for a dinner or something. And they were like, are you available? I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Unfortunately, it was like one of the worst times for me when I met her and had to do her
Mhm.
makeup. I was under the weather.
Uh,
I had ruined my face going to this med spa that didn't know what they were doing. So I was
oh,
wearing 3 masks on my face to cover it up.
oh
I
my
was so
God.
insecure. But I mean, I did it. I did a pretty good job.
Oh my God. She's absolutely gorgeous. I would
She's a
imagine her
vibe,
skin is like butter. Like
whole
that
vibe,
foundation just like glides on her skin.
whole vibe. I love her.
That's cool. That's cool. I
Yeah.
was going to ask you something. Oh, with celebrities. I know a lot of people
Mhm.
want to work with celebrities as makeup artists. Did you ever seek out celebrities or is that something that just came to you?
It just came to me. I never went looking for. Well, one thing about me I'll share is I've discovered through the years that I don't play well with everybody. I won't say I don't play well with others, but I don't. I'm an empath. I'm very energy driven. I pick
Yeah.
up everything, like the slightest slight, like shade that's implied or not implied. Like I pick up everything, and it's annoying, honestly, but
Yeah.
it's a blessing too. And it's kept me away from people, probably people I should be connecting with and networking with.
Hmm.
So I never sought it out. It always just kind of fell in my lap.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What is like the etiquette, would you say, when you're working with celebrities? Because some people, of course, they want to use it for clout. Or I just noticed too, just in the age that we're in, I feel like, well, I felt like this before when I would post just regular clients, it'll be crickets. But as soon as you
Yep.
post a familiar face, it's like,
Yep.
oh, you popping. Like,
Girl,
yes,
you are
girl.
definitely
I'm
touching on
like, so
something
this is the
that
exact same look that I did on this regular lady. But it's
yeah.
also about the exact same look with somebody that you recognize. And it's like, oh my
So why
God.
won't y'all show it love too? It's the same great work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fall victim to that too, and I've had to talk myself off the ledge and like just hunch my shoulders, like Jeff, whatever. Just
Yeah.
post your work. Clients are coming. That's who's important. They see it. They're booking. If your peers don't like what you do, it's fine. They're not your target audience. So
Yeah. Do you try to like take
yeah,
selfies with them and stuff?
not at all. You asked me about etiquette, so let me get back on that. I'm quiet unless I get the vibes to talk. Um, I'm just super professional. I come in like I have a different etiquette for people I know or work with before
Yeah.
versus people I don't know. So even if you're a new person, I try to make you feel good. Whatever your energy is, I'm gonna match that, and not match in a negative way, but just like if you're not feeling too good, I notice you're a little irritated. Oh, I'm gonna take it down to a negative one if I have to, and just do my job and get out. I don't ever ask for a photo or video unless I feel like during the process they're vibing and engaging and looking and feeling it. And
Yeah.
then I'm like, may I do a video? Sure. Okay. If not, you got to go. That's fine. I'll look for you on the net.
Yeah. You gotta read
Yeah.
the room. Be able to read the room. Like their vibe is like friendly enough to be like approachable. Like, hey, can I? But no, I think normally I don't, unless they ask, you want to take a picture? I'll be like, oh,
Hmm.
okay. But it's
You
a lot
just
of people,
you don't
yeah,
even try to engage.
yeah, that I work with that I don't even have
Hmm.
pictures of at all. I don't have
No, I
no
hate that.
pictures.
You ever go look for them on like Getty or whatever event they're at, or
Yeah,
stalk their
sometimes.
page a little bit?
Yeah, I'll do that, and
Yeah,
I'll just like screenshot it.
yeah.
I'm the
It's always
screenshot.
another way.
I would screenshot a picture real quick, especially if you tell me you're gonna send me one and then you don't.
Oh God, that's the
I'll go
worst.
right to your story, long press on the
Mm-hmm.
screen so I can get
Mm-hmm.
all the stuff screenshot.
And snatch it.
Yep.
You don't give me my look.
Period. How have you been able to sustain such a long career? 2007 to now. What's that? 20, like, what's that, 17 years?
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
my
you
God.
said it out loud. Wow. I always say 10 plus.
Almost 2
Um,
decades.
I'm still growing in my artistry. I feel like every day I feel like I see something, I learn something new, I incorporate something new. Um, I think being collaborative with my clients and not having a particular style or
Mm,
look, even though people will, when they look at my work, they're like, oh, I picked you because of XYZ. I could do whatever. I feel like I'm very versatile with my work.
yeah.
I ask a lot of questions. I let them be involved. I feel like people enjoy that. I'm nice to people. Um, when I'm interested, I genuinely care. Like if something's going on, I'll reach out. I'll remember certain things about certain people.
Yeah.
Um, my whole goal with clients is just retention. So even if they really don't know what they want, or maybe the makeup wasn't the thing, honestly, like it was something else. Like my goal is just to like kind of probe a little bit
Yeah.
and see where I can touch them. Like I always like to feel like I connected with the person, and that
Mm.
could be good. No, I don't think it's bad. It's never worked against me. So I think that's what's kept me afloat for a long time.
Like, do you try to find
Yeah.
like a common area of interest or just try to dig a little deeper into like who they are to
No, I
connect?
just try to connect. I'm just like, what's going on? Things
Yeah.
will come out as you're sitting there too. Like you bring up one topic, it'll lead to the next thing. And
Mhm.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think people enjoy that. I've had some clients through the years that I know they didn't have anything booked to do for real because they've come to me. It's like later in the day. It's like a
Uh,
Wednesday or a Thursday or maybe a Tuesday. And they're like, oh, I want to get my makeup done. I need to be out by 6. And we're still glamming at like 7:30 and they haven't said anything. I'm like, you just want to talk.
oh wow.
So, and I'm okay with that.
That is so. Have you heard of Dr. Afia? She has this program called Psychotherapy.
But I like the sound of that.
Yeah, so she's a hairstylist, but she's also a psychologist. But she has
Mm,
this program. I had her on the show. She has this program called Psychotherapy, where she teaches makeup artists or hairstylists. Just she calls them first aid techniques to
yes.
deal with people when they come in your chair. Because
Yeah.
it's for that reason, like in particular, like she just wanted to talk. Like obviously something
Hmm.
was going on. She needed to just release. So even if they don't come like that, like just being able to pinpoint like certain things that they're saying to say, hey, maybe you should move like this, and maybe you should see somebody and talk to them. And like, I don't know, it just made me think
I
about
I do that innately. Like I know exactly what she's like getting at, and that's a great combo that she's a psychologist and a hairstylist. Like
yeah,
you have to think about what we do, right? What hairstylists and makeup artists do, they touch people, and it's such a personal space. It's their head,
in a
you
vulnerable
know?
place.
Yeah, exactly. And they're coming to you like completely stripped, no weave, no nothing,
Hmm.
hair nappy, unbrushed. Like handle me, take care of me, give me some
Yeah.
therapy, give me some care. Same thing with their face, and they're trusting you, and I
Hmm.
don't take that lightly.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. As far as your aesthetic, I absolutely love your aesthetic. Like,
Thank you.
it's so just flawless. Like, anytime you could zoom in on that thing, you could zoom out. I've never seen you post anything like that looked like off.
Hmm.
But as
I'm
far,
happy to hear you say it, but I've
yeah,
definitely posted some videos. I'm just gonna post my work
of course,
regardless.
like you feel like that. But when I look
Hmm.
at your work, I'm like, it's just like so clean. Like, as
Thank
far
you.
as the people that you mentioned, like Sam, Rennie,
Hmm.
did those people play a role in how you developed your aesthetic or the
Oh
aesthetic
my
that you
God.
have?
Absolutely. And then when I came across or like fell into being friends with and talking to both of them, like I was just awestruck. I'm like, I follow Sam for years. Like I
Mhm.
have his book, I have his DVD, I think that's all he's done. Yeah. As far as like publication and stuff like that. And I've just watched his work through the years, the music videos from the 90s, and like the aesthetic is just perfect. It's just like the person, but elevated.
Yeah.
And he takes it to a whole nother level. Like I think the phrase or what it is about him is that he can paint on a dime. Like it's
Hmm.
so fine and precise. Like gift of hands. Him, Rennie, same thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. I'm still inspired when I
Yeah,
look at his old work.
for sure. Do you take makeup classes to keep up with your or keep your
I
skills fresh?
haven't, I haven't since the last class I took, honestly, or I think it was Bennett Career Institute.
Really?
Yeah.
So
I kind
you're
of
just
like
touching a lot
learning
of
on my
people.
own. Yeah, like I started a beauty counter first, and that's like your hard knock school of like learning everything, be introduced to people, attitudes, personalities, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just learned on the job. I learn every time I meet somebody new. I watch things. I'm a artist by trade. Like I went to school for art, so most things I see is like rendering. I'll just look at a picture or video of whatever it is. I'm like, okay, I see what they did here. I see what's going on here. I can do this. I can do this, and I can
Yeah.
get the same results.
That
Yeah.
makes sense because it's very artistic, your work. I guess your canvas, they just look so
And I don't want my work to necessarily look like anybody else's work. It's art. It's going to be different on every face anyway that you approach. But I do come across some artists where it's like a paint by number or like a mask on that person's face. Like I do this look in this
mm,
way with these products, and this is the result. I
yeah.
guess, and people like that. They like, you know, consistency and like, oh, I like that look. That's the look I want. They can go to that person. They know they can get that look. I just
Hmm.
like to be versatile,
Yeah.
so I
Hey.
can service a wide range of people.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have any I guess a favorite thing to do, or favorite kind of work to do, whether it's like bridal, TV, film, anything like that? Do you have a favorite?
Hmm. Hmm. Good question. Um, a favorite. I guess I like TV. Yeah, I like TV.
You do?
And I think the reason why is just because it's when your work is immortalized, you can go back and watch it, you can go back and see it.
Yeah.
Um, and it puts a different pressure on me to perform. So I think I like that.
Yeah. I
Being
like
pushed
that.
a little bit. Yeah.
I like that, the seeing your work immortalized on TV. Do you like cringe sometime when you see it, or or are you like critical, like, hey, I could have?
Especially when I was still in my finding my footing and what my style is and how to achieve whatever the look is. And I feel like I had that period with Monique because I did her for the longest on a TV show.
Yeah.
And when we first started, I hate everything we did until season maybe like 5.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's so crazy because like I don't know, like this is like really literally no shade, like I swear, but I don't know who was doing her makeup before, but when you came on, I was like so happy.
Oh
'Cause
yeah, I've heard that before.
I don't know if she was doing, I don't know if she knows how to do her own makeup, but
She does
when
now, yeah.
she does now, but when you came
Mm-hmm.
on, I was like, yes, she is such a beautiful woman.
She is, yeah.
And like the way that you do her makeup just like accentuates like all of that. Like I don't know what was going on before, but when you came on, I was like, yes, this is what
So
we
a
need to
difference noticeably, yeah.
see.
She actually taught me a lot, to be
Hmm.
honest. As a client, I think I've learned the most from working with her because she is so detailed. And I told her she should do a reality show called Money Does It All because she's hands on with everything. She doesn't like everything. Hair, she'll take the comb, I need this, part it this way, curl it
Okay.
this way, makeup, my
You
wings aren't
Virgo.
straight. No, she's a Libra, October Libra. Um, yeah, just very everything's balanced. Eyebrows aren't cousins, they're twins, like they're
Okay.
identical twins. Get them right. So she told me a lot.
Wow. Wow. How do you as an artist, how are you able to accept that constructive feedback and not take it to heart?
I've always been open to constructive criticism.
Yeah.
If you're going to criticize, it needs to be constructive, and I'm open to that. And it honestly doesn't matter how it's delivered. Like delivery doesn't matter to me. It's just like the content or context of it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I just take it. I'm
Yeah.
not. I go into the situation not thinking about me because it's not about me. If I'm doing something for somebody else, it's their face. Whether I like it or not is what they want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why am I going to argue about it? Let me just give you
Mhm.
what you want.
Yeah, because you know how Erica Badu, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive.
Yes,
So
I
some people
am
are
to a
really
certain degree.
sensitive. Like somebody says, "Oh, can they'll think, "Oh my God, I'm a terrible makeup artist because this person asked me to correct or to do
Yeah,
something different." People take it like that.
I know you just can't take it to heart. You can't like remove yourself. It shouldn't be about self. It's a
Hmm.
service. You're in the service industry. You're servicing somebody else and service them the way they want.
Yeah. Do you think that the products you use determine the end result as an artist, or is it like the artists themselves?
It's both to me personally. It's both because if I don't have certain things, I will turn around and go back and get it. I'm not going to push forward unless it's like, the time constraints are just dire. But
What's
yeah,
something that you
I
would go back
need
for?
my Huda Beauty powder, my loose
Okay.
powder from her. Like I gotta have it.
Uh-huh.
Gotta have it.
That's funny. Huda Beauty. I don't think I've ever tried any of her stuff before.
What? Girl, we gonna talk offline
I
because
know. Take my makeup card
no, I
away.
won't do that because you probably use some other good. There's other good things out there, but her powder, a lot of her stuff, a good
You know
handful of things are good.
what it is like I'm not a makeup junkie per se. So like if I find something that I like, then I'm gonna
You
stick
stick
to
to
stick
it.
to it. Or if a client has something and they're like, "Oh, can you use this?" and I never use it, that's when I get to try new stuff. Like if they
Okay.
had a Huda Beauty powder and was like,
Hmm.
"Oh, can you use this?" I'm like, "Okay, okay. Oh, I like this," and then I'll go get it. But I'm not like a,
Okay.
"Oh, they just came out with a new powder," or Fenty just came out with this. Let me go try. I'm not like that person.
Girl, that was me up until this year.
Uh-huh.
So
I
all the
can't
years
do it.
prior, my apartment is Sephora
Mm-hmm.
and Ulta and some other side brands, some indie brands too. I try everything. I don't do it anymore. I finally stopped. But I
Yeah.
would buy every new everything that I felt was interesting. I would read about it and I would try it. It's all in my kit.
Not me.
I want to be more like you.
Luckily I'm in a position now where people send me stuff because of the
Oh
podcast.
yeah.
So people are always sending me things and I get to try stuff that way. So
Well, I love that for you. I hope somebody sends you some Huda powder, but
I
if not,
know.
I'm gonna send you one.
Hey girl. I need
I'm gonna send you one if they don't, because you need to try it.
I love that. When it comes to your clients, I
Mhm.
noticed that you have boundaries, which I love as far as how you want the appointment to go, what's allowed, what's not allowed. Can you share with the Friends of Beauty audience like how important it is? Or I think a lot of people are looking for permission sometimes to just like you said, of course, it's a client experience, but it's also your experience too.
Mhm.
So, how did you come across like, okay, these are the things that I need in order for the appointment to go the way I need it to go, and to
It's
be able to serve you the best
Oh
way?
yeah. It started with traveling. I used to travel for years, like 10 plus years,
Hmm.
traveling. A lot of the times I wasn't charging for travel, especially if it was like somewhat of a close proximity. But the tri-state area here is vast,
Yeah.
you know? Um, so I learned from being in other people's spaces what I don't like, what people get comfortable doing when they're in their own space. And sometimes in your space, in my studio, my office, like where I'm at right now. Um, I don't know. I don't have anything that is going to sound, I don't have an anecdote or anything about it. It's just like, I'm a nice guy until I'm not nice. Like certain things, I'm just like, come on, you're a grown adult. Let's
Yeah.
just not do this. Let's not
I get it.
engage this way. So put your damn phone down and let's focus here. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
like
going to fight you to do something for you.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
all.
Because
Yeah,
people really be like you said, like just be real about it. Like if I'm doing your makeup and you're on your phone and you're
that.
like at least try to bring it up, or they be
And
really like
I'll just take their hand and just lift it up to their face. If they're doing some work, if they're just on social, because I'll peek, I have no problem. I'll look around. But put
that.
your phone
That's
down.
me. I'm gonna look at
Yep,
the
put
corner
that
of my
down.
eye.
Especially when you're like, I gotta get out here in an hour. Put your phone away.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
guess a lot of those things just come from experience of dealing with clients. I'm like, okay, I'm tired of driving this. They gotta come to me now.
yep. I got a lot of pushback for that. A
Mm.
lot. I didn't even expect that type of pushback.
For the travel?
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
arguing with me about it. Like,
Like,
how dare? Like, I got things that I can't come to you and I got things to do too, and I could service more people if I'm stationary and not
mm,
driving all around the DMV trying to get to you and the next person. It was a nightmare when I used to travel to people. I can only do maybe 3 appointments in a day. Some people will over, like double book the time. Like I want to be done at 3. I want to start at 3. It
mm-hmm.
just, you know what I mean? And I would have to
Right.
cancel on some people. It was just bad. When I had to cancel on somebody, I have to think about is it really worth it? Like I'm
Yeah.
ruining my name in my business at this point.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that as far as the timing because I still travel to people. I think because my books are not like necessarily like packed.
Well, you're doing other things too, yeah, that
Yeah,
keep you
it's not.
stationary.
Yeah, it's not packed in that way. But as far as travel goes, I always tell people, so you want me to risk my life to drive to your house in this traffic to do your make. I'm
Hmm.
literally risking my life every
Because you
time
don't know what's
I
going to happen. Yeah.
exactly. So pay me.
Yep, that part. So I'll travel out for people who want to pay for the travel, and of course, weddings, large events. Two or
Yeah.
more people, that's worth my time. I'm gonna be there for a while. It makes sense to me. But one-off appointment, singular, you got to come out. Just like you would go to get your nails done, whatever, waxing, whatever other
Yeah.
service. Come
Yeah.
on out.
Yeah. It makes sense. I like it.
Yeah,
I
me
like
too.
it. And it's,
I've
I
noticed it.
mean,
Huh?
I'm about to say, I feel like as we get older too, like me getting older and carrying my chair, my light, my this, my that, like
Oh,
my
you do that? I see artists do that. I don't carry furniture. I'm not carrying furniture ever.
see.
Like if you want me to come, have a chair for me. At least have a tall chair, something, a stool.
So you don't have a
At
chair?
least
Oh, well, you
I
have
have
your own
one.
chair
Uh
in your
huh.
space,
Oh,
right?
I have one. Yeah, I have two,
Oh my
but
God.
I'm
So
not traveling for
I had a
furniture. Yeah.
client recently and I didn't know if it was a demographic thing or not, but I recommended her to not client recently. She's one of my clients and I recommended her to a girl in New York.
Hmm.
And when I saw her recently for her makeup appointment, she was telling me like how her makeup appointment went in New York and everything like that. But she was like, one thing I was really kind of surprised about is like she didn't have a chair. And I was like, oh,
Hmm.
really? She was like, I was really surprised. Like, she came with no chair. She was, I don't know if it's because like she's in New York or like I
Probably.
don't know. But she was like, she didn't have a chair, and that kind of like because I guess she's used to be having my chair and stuff. So she was
Hmm.
like, this is weird. So
Well,
I
I
had
can
to
understand that
get
because
a
you were the first. You know, you
I
were
guess.
Area 51. So, and then after that, it's like, well, girl, I thought that was a protocol. Everybody
Yeah.
traveled with their furniture.
And you know what it was too for her? It's also for the amount that she paid.
Oh
Like she was
yeah.
like, I paid like
Oh
$500
yeah. You should bring furniture
for
at that point.
yeah, she was
Hmm.
like, I paid like $500 for this appointment. So I had to ask the hotel for a chair, like, just certain things. She was like,
Well,
okay.
see, I take that upon myself. Like if I know I'm going to a hotel for, I will call ahead and ask for it as soon as I get the room number or the name, or as soon as I get there. Hey, I need to share. It's urgent. Like I'm gonna keep
Has
calling
someone
and
you know
asking.
before?
Yeah, but sometimes I'll just go and take a chair. If there's a bar or something.
Yeah, because
I'm not beyond that.
that happened to me recently. I was in Atlanta and I had to do makeup. And I was like, oh, I'm just going to ask them for a chair. The lady was like, oh, it's like a safety hazard. I was like, first
How
of
is it
all,
a
what you're
safety
not about
hazard?
to do is play with my intelligence because I've
I've
done
heard that
this
before
several
though.
times at hotels. I'm like, I'm not asking you to go take it from the bar. I'm asking you for a chair that is that height. Like,
You know what it is? Because a hotelier told me, and if it's a large hotel, they
uh-huh.
do have protocol and they have chairs like that. They won't take it from their established areas like a bar or seating area, whatever. They'll go down to the basement or whatever storage is and get a
Yeah.
chair,
Yeah.
and they don't feel like calling somebody to go do it. It's a whole to do for them. So it depends on the situation. If they know they have a bridal party, they'll do it because that bridal party has a big block that's booked in a hotel. So they'll bend over backwards for that person, but not for a singular. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
I was upset because I was staying in the hotel too. I was there for a conference and I did one of my friends' makeup the 2 days because she was presenting. But
Do you ever sit and do makeup?
no, I never
I,
did
I
that.
do that a lot. I do
I
that a
don't
lot
think I
now.
can.
Really?
I don't know if I could do it.
Why?
It's
What's the
like the
difference?
angles and stuff.
Oh, I'm like, spread your legs. We ought to get comfortable and personal. I need to get all up in your face. You ask my clients if you ever meeting them, ask them, like, in this office, I only do the rolling chairs that are here.
Uh-huh.
And they only go up so high. And I sit in the chair, they sit in the chair, and we face each other and we have a good time.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like great.
Yeah, I make it work.
Maybe I have to try it. I just in my
Try
head, I
it.
feel like I would need to just move around a certain
You
way.
will need to pivot a little bit. I'll stand occasionally, but not very
Okay.
much.
I
Yeah.
heard Derek Rutledge does makeup like that.
Oh, have I
Yeah.
seen him do makeup? No, I met him, but no, he did his own makeup that day.
Yeah, I heard he does
Yeah,
makeup sitting down.
I would imagine it's just better on his back and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I was mad at that chair situation though, because my shower was cold that morning, and it was just
Oh, they
like,
really
oh,
just
I got a
one
cold
after the
shower.
other.
I paid to stay here. Y'all won't give me a chair. Like I was real in my feelings, but I got over
You should have been. You should have been.
it. How did you as far as like makeup? I think in the industry, a lot of people have a lot of trouble determining their rates, like how much to
Mm,
charge, especially when starting out. And then as you continue to go on, it's like, okay, when do I raise my rate? How much should I raise my rate? Do you have any tips or just advice on setting rates? And is it based off
yeah.
of like whatever you want? Is it based off of what you use in your kit? Like, how do you determine?
No. Personally, it's just personal, and it's just my thought process with rates and raising rates. It should be based on your skill set, your tenure in the business, how long you've been doing it, how good you are, your skill set. Um, what you use, I don't feel like that's a good basis, because there are artists who use a lot of drugstore, or mainly drugstore. Maybe they're repping a brand or something like that, and they can kill a face,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks just like the $300, $500 face. So
Yeah.
I don't think it's based on that. I think it's based on skill set, tenure, and your area, your where you live, basically, price of living, cost of living. As far as raising your rates, I think you need to be competitive, yet you need to look at your counterparts, your peers, and see what they're charging.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of gauge from there. Like, you want to overprice yourself and price yourself out.
Yeah. It's like, do you
Yeah,
go on
that's
their
what I think about.
websites and just like do a little spying? Because a lot of people are hush hush
No,
about what they charge.
no, my clients tell me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right.
It comes up in conversation, like, especially having bad experiences. Every person I meet this new, they always ask me, like, what's your pet peeves? What's happened? Like, what's the worst experience? This, that, and the third. And I turn around and ask them the same thing, and they just divulge information. It just comes out, oh, I paid blah, 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 and it was terrible. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, that's what they charging.
Right.
Okay.
That's how I was when the lady told me how much she charged or got New
500
York. I said,
and no
ooh.
furniture.
I might need to do a little something
But
because
it's New York, though.
I
And
know, but
again,
still, it's like,
what they done, their tenure, who they worked on, who they touch, makes a difference. Like, what's his face? It had the recent controversy. Arrogant Tay.
who?
Did you hear Arrogant Tay?
Uh-uh.
The
What happened
hairstylist,
with him?
the one that does Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
He posted, or the client posted, that they got their hair done by him. She's an everyday woman, and he charged her like rent, basically, for an install. Like, he not providing the hair or anything. She bought her own hair. He just put it on
Mm-hmm.
and tacked it down. And he charged her like 1,600 or something like that, I think was a quote. And
Mm-hmm.
people were just going crazy. Then there were a lot of people defending him, like, I mean, those are his prices. That's what he charged. He does celebrities, da 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 da. If you want that experience, then I'm like, yeah, but she didn't get that experience. She just came with her hair, and he slapped it on, and it was like, run me
Some
my
people
dough.
just want to be able, oh, Nicki Minaj's hairstylist did my hair. I
And if
guess
that's
that's
what you
their
want to pay for,
1,600.
yeah, if that's what you want to be close in proximity to Nikki that
Yeah.
way, cool. But I'd rather spend that on a concert and maybe a backstage pass. I don't know.
Okay, that's what I would do.
And get my homegirl to tack my little weight down. But that's just me.
Oh my God.
What was the
So
question? I don't remember the question.
look, I don't remember. Oh, we was talking about rates or stuff,
Oh,
but
okay.
I don't remember either because it just made me think about how many times I've heard things about other makeup artists and stuff, and I just be like,
Yeah, that's what I do. I just kind of go on my show. I'm like, oh, ain't got nothing to do
ooh.
with me.
Yeah, like people
Yeah.
like canceling because of
Oh,
celebrity. Like, what do you think about that? Like, as far as like if you have a makeup client and then maybe a celebrity calls you like, oh, I need you at this exact same time. Like people
I don't
will.
do it.
I've heard of people like, oh, they canceled on me because they got a celebrity booking.
It would have to be Beyonce or Rihanna for me to, and even then, I would have to work out something with my client, because I don't want to. That's a one off. I don't know that they already have their artists, and they're
Yeah,
just in town, and you happen to get lucky to get picked. Think about the long game, is what I say.
yeah, for sure.
Even my like celeb s clients that I do, like with Bravo, like everything's last minute that they do. It's last second. You get an email the night before at midnight or
The
whatever.
OWN was the worst.
Oh, girl, don't get me started. We're not gonna talk about that. But yeah, and even those clients, I'm like, girl, I can't. I'm not gonna say who, but I've gotten to some tips with a couple of girls, because I'm like, yeah, no, that was last minute. That should have already been planned. How
Yeah,
long y'all been? How many seasons are we in now? Y'all should have
yeah,
a schedule. Now I'm gonna do my everyday client, because she's gonna come back. She's gonna always be around. You might find somebody else.
yeah, for
So
sure. And be on to the next. Be
that's
on.
how I see it.
Do you
But you
see?
got to be A list, top dog for me to be like, "Mm,
Yeah.
no, Barbara, I'm not coming today."
It's like, what do you? I don't even know to say like, what do you do? But when I see stuff like that about other makeup artists, I'm like, dang, like people complaining about, oh, I paid for like a lesson, and they didn't do the lesson, but didn't give me my money back.
Oh, I've
Like,
heard about one particular person. They got like several hate pages
oh,
about them
really?
because they
Hate
do that. Yeah.
pages.
Like exposing pages, because
Oh,
people are tired of their BS.
dang.
Yeah, they're a major thief. They've been on TV, on the news. Like,
Oh.
it happens. It definitely happens. There are a lot of shysters and swindlers out here.
Yeah. Do you think there's a way to like manage, like, what do you think is happening as far as like managing the fame? Because I feel like as far as makeup artists or beauty people go now, like friends in beauty, if you're like a celebrity makeup artist or hairstylist, you're kind of seen as a celebrity yourself in certain arenas. People really hold you on a pedestal. Like, I feel like you're a celebrity now, so now you're moving that way. I don't even know how to even say it.
Yeah,
That way
no,
to manage.
you said it just like that. I don't buy into that. Like I said, I'm always typically more comfortable behind the scenes. That's
Hmm.
my comfort zone, and that's where I like to stay. If presented the opportunity to be in the spotlight, I think I will only do it to a certain degree. I don't want to be too known. I like having my, what do you call it? Anonymity, whatever. Like you can just go anywhere, nobody notices, no one's gonna bother you, ask you questions or
Hmm.
ask for a photo. Yeah. I
Yeah.
would have a home, you know, the memes where it's just a house, it's nothing but land and nobody. It's just acres of land and that
House
one
in the
house in the
middle, like,
middle. Yes. That's how I like my life to be,
yeah.
honestly. So
And I don't even consider myself to be a celebrity by any means, and I don't aspire. I don't know. I'm having this challenge lately with like,
accepting your
or
fate.
yeah, or like just accepting where I am right now because I don't necessarily start social media or the podcast to be like I want to be known amongst the people that matter, I guess.
You can tell your intentions based on your energy and how you operate this business.
But
I'll
what's
say that about
happening is
you.
people are starting to recognize me like
That's great.
in
That's great.
public.
You should be recognized
It is so every time it happens, I'm like, me? Like you talking to me? Like it literally happened. What's today? Monday. It
one
happened
day.
on Saturday,
Yeah.
and I was in my own world, like literally in my own world. Shout out
All I can
to
tell you to do is get prepared. Saddle up, strap in, and get
And when I
prepared.
say like my own world, I mean like I grew up very like Afrocentric, very like niche, like a niche community of
Mm-hmm.
people. So I was at like a concert, my nephew was performing, and I'm like there to support my nephew. And this girl walks up to me, hey girl, because she said she watches the podcast. She's like, hey, I think I know you, like Friends Beauty, right? And I was like, I ain't
Yes.
had no makeup on. And I always tell people that too when I'm on social media. I'm like, don't be looking for this person. Look for the
Right.
person with no makeup, because that's how you
Yeah,
gonna
but
see.
you have nice skin, so
I do.
your bare
Yeah.
face is good. So
It's still a good face, but I'm just like, people are
yeah.
starting to recognize me in like the airport and out in public. It's kind of
I
strange.
can all I can tell you to do is accept it. The more you do this, the longer you go, the more people you interview. Like I said, I watch and it's great substance. I get lots of tips, lots of
Oh.
information. Um, some questions or some things that like have been looming for me or I might have been insecure about. Hearing somebody else discuss their situations and how they navigate things really does help. It really helps.
Oh,
It makes you
thank
feel like you're not alone. And I, you interview somebody, I can't remember who it was. I think it was a woman, and she was talking about imposter syndrome, and
you.
that I was rewinding some parts, like just going back to hear her say what she had to say again because yeah, it's real.
Yeah, a lot of us deal with
So
that. Even
I love what you do. I love what you're doing.
yeah, and I love that you said that because I guess my purpose of the podcast is to show people that the people that we hold at a high regard even have imposter syndrome. I've heard Vanessa even say it before.
Yeah.
So like it gives us so much it puts everything into perspective sometimes when we hear other people's stories, especially the people that we really respect speak about their challenges, and it's like, oh, well, they're human too. Like
Mm-hmm.
we're all out here doing it. Like Sam said, we're literally all out here doing the same thing. I'm a makeup
Yeah.
artist too. He's like, I'm down there oiling people's legs
Yep.
and all the things as well. I just work on certain people that
Yep.
just but I'm literally doing the same things that you're doing.
But he getting paid more.
I know, right? He probably getting that bag. Shoot. Talk about
I
$500.
know Sam's getting paid good.
Do you think that the market is oversaturated?
A little bit.
Yeah. You think it's
A
a
little,
such
I
thing?
do. Girl, I've been saying it for years, but quietly because I don't like to ruffle feathers. Well, I mean, I don't mind ruffling feathers, but I just like to keep the peace. Yeah,
How do you think it's
everybody wants to be a makeup
oversaturated?
artist.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be a makeup artist.
Uh-huh.
Whether they can do it or not, whether they have the skills to interact with people and run a business successfully, it doesn't matter. They want in. It seems glamorous, and I get it. I get it, but it's like becoming a surgeon or something else is like very like cerebral and precise
Yeah.
because it's someone's face. Like not everybody can do it. Not
Yeah.
everybody's meant to do it either.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and you have to study a long time and learn a lot and apply a lot to do it.
Yeah. But I
Can't
think
just pick up a butter knife and start cutting at folks.
yeah, I think it's interesting too how you mentioned how when I came into the industry, that was like the era of people having makeup artists come in that they're not a celebrity status, but they have a makeup artist. I experienced that maybe like last week. One of my clients, her friend was having a vow renewal or
Mm-hmm.
something, and all of the girls, all of the bridesmaids had their own personal makeup artist, like that they
What?
use, like not
I know
somebody that
that's
they just
right.
hired.
Yeah, they're like,
But
I want my
like
girl, my
I'm
guy.
like the lady that I went for Takia, like I do her makeup regularly. Like I met two other makeup artists that day. And it was like, oh girl, hey. Like they follow Friends of Beauty or we've run into each other before, but they like those people's like personal. I thought that was like so interesting.
Yeah, makes sense to me. Once you find a good girl, like whether it's a brow girl, hair, wax, or whatever, personal waxing, you stick with them.
Yeah,
And if you're smart and you have the means to afford it, yeah, why not? Let
yeah.
me get my own girl. I'll, these are pictures, videos, they're gonna be lasting, circulating. I get
Hmm.
it. Let me ask you
Uh-huh.
a question. Oh Lord, did I just lose it? Oh no, you mentioned you came in around the time where makeup artistry at home became a big thing. Who do you think helped usher that in during that area,
Ooh.
that time period?
As far as makeup artists coming into the home,
Home. Let's see if we're on the same page.
I don't know. Cause
You don't
like I was
know?
in my own world at that time. I was real heavy on like YouTube watching like Jackie Aina and B Face
Me too.
Honey and like those type of things. I don't know. What do you think?
I think it was Kim K.
Kim K. Oh, that
I
makes
really
sense.
do. Every
Keeping
time
up with
I
the
tell people,
Kardashians and all of that
well,
stuff.
even yeah, that and then was a show on then? I guess it was. Yeah, she was working with Stephen Molesky first, right?
Uh-huh.
And she was getting her makeup done in the kitchen, and she would post to YouTube her at home in her
Mm.
kitchen getting her makeup done. That's when she had that purple smoky eye. People were trying to recreate it all over the internet. Stephen did. She would post those videos like once a week.
Uh-huh.
And then I would see people talk about it. When I started servicing clients and going to them or them coming to me, they always reference her. But
Wow.
no matter what their race, ethnicity, whatever, they would show me a picture of Kim
That's
and
so
talk about her being at home, getting her makeup done. I want to do that. I got things to do too, and I want to look good. I really feel like she helped. I'm not gonna say she's a catalyst, but I feel like
yeah.
she really helped make it mainstream because
Wow.
people saw her and they will always reference her. She
Yeah.
had a lot to do with makeup, especially when she got with Mario. Her and
Yeah.
Mario got together. It was just
Even if they
like
weren't
the
the same
stars aligned.
complexion, I want to look like
Yeah,
this.
I want Kim K. I want that Kim K. Smoky eye pale
I want to
lip.
look natural like
Yeah,
this.
yeah. That. Oh, they got on my nerves.
Oh my gosh, that'd be killing me. Like, yeah, I want to look natural. Like, you know how much makeup this girl
And
have
they
on?
show you a completely filtered photo.
Sigh.
Yeah, people don't know.
They don't know, and I'm over here thinking like I feel like social media has done a disservice to the expectations of clients because I know at one point I had two clients that were friends. I don't know if I think I told this story before to the podcast, but I had two clients that were friends. One of them had buttery like
Mm.
just flawless skin, and the other one had acne prone skin with like raised bumps and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. So obviously their makeup is gonna look different. And she asked me one day, the one that had the acne, she was like, "How come my makeup never looks like,
So flawless and
like
even and
flawless?" I'm
smooth.
like, "Well, the texture, like you can't really cover up the texture. Your friend, she ain't got no texture." But I guess people are so used to just seeing filters all the time, or just
Yes.
like they don't even recognize people have pores and wrinkles, and the makeup does go on your smile
It
lines. Sometimes
creases.
you're
Like it's
like,
not a
"Hey,
whole lot you can do.
yeah."
But we play a part in that too for content purposes. So I see a lot of
Mhm.
people posting things. Oh, how to get rid of smile lines you have. I'm like, yeah, that might work for a couple of minutes or maybe 30 if you're
But if
lucky.
you like
But
me, I smile all the time, so I just try
that
not to put as
part,
much makeup in that area.
yep, that
Keep it
helps.
fluid.
But it's gonna settle in there. Something's gonna settle in that crease. Your body he's gonna warm up the makeup. It's gonna break down a little bit. It's gonna settle in those creases. Like
Mhm.
accept it. I tell people I'm pretty real about it. Like if they show me a photo, I'm like, that's not real, right? This is what's going on here, but I'll get as close as I can, and then the rest is on you. You still got to do a little upkeep. You
Yeah.
got to touch up that lip. You got to pat and blot when you get oily. Like I can't, like, your body's gonna function normal. You're a
Yeah.
human being. Your skin is a cell. It's an organism. It's living. It's doing its thing. Like, be real. Be
Yeah.
real.
Be real about it for sure. What was I gonna ask you? Oh my God. Oh, I want to know because one thing that I'm really trying to do on the podcast is just be like really transparent and open with conversations and stuff. I would love to
Okay.
know like what kind of unpopular opinions you have when it comes to makeup, the beauty industry. You said you don't like to ruffle feathers, but
Oh no, I do. I don't mind, honestly. I just try to be polite about it.
yeah. So it's like an unpopular opinion you have right now that everybody's like so on it, but you're just like, okay, y'all.
Um, oh God, actually it's quite a few things. It's just the trends that are getting renamed. Like strawberry makeup, latte this. It's just brand. It's monochromatic. Like both of them, it's like a whole pink look, and they're just pushing product and selling product. Like the latest pink powder came out, the
Mhm.
latest pink lipstick, whatever. Let me create a look and let me coin it so I can have content and it can circulate, and then people pick up on. I hate that.
Yeah. One of the
It
ones
irks
that I
me.
still don't understand, what is soft glam?
That's a good question because soft glam actually is a look, but
Yeah.
we've just taken it, and I'm guilty of it too, and just slap it on everything that just is just done lightly. But soft glam it really is a look. It's matte. Everything's matte. Eyes, skin. It might be a soft matte, might be a hard matte, but everything is just because when you think about a matte face or matte eyes, they just appear like hazy or like just really soft.
Uh-huh.
But soft glam is a look, and there are some videos if you look back on YouTube when the term first came up, where people were doing that exact look, and everything was matte. The lips were matte and blended to perfection. Everything was a gradient on the face, the eyes, the face itself was a gradient. Yeah, it
The way
is a look.
the way you explained it just now makes sense because anytime I ask people that, it's like I don't get that answer. I think they more so attribute it to I don't
It's
know.
just looking soft and not harsh, and it's just
Yeah,
blended.
like just
That's what I
real
think people think it
natural.
is. Just then you can say more natural, but it's still not natural because we're carving out new creases and adding wings and restructuring the face and bringing things forward and making things recess. Like
Mhm.
it's not that natural.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
What do you feel about diversifying your income as a makeup artist? Do you feel like you need to have a course, or you need to have a digital product, or
I
you
get
need to
pressured to do it, and I don't know if I'm honestly interested in that. I do one-on-ones with my clients, and I will do a one-on-one occasionally with an artist if I vibe with them, if I like them, I think they're a nice person, and I want to share information. It's not about money to me,
yeah.
obviously. So yeah, I'm real funny when it comes to stuff like that. I should be doing a lot of things as long as I've been doing makeup and skill set and personability and all that kind of stuff. I should be doing a lot, but it doesn't
It
it
doesn't
doesn't come
resonate.
from me. It doesn't. Like I'm a loner. I like my alone time when I'm not with people. I'm always around people. So
Yeah.
the little time that I get to myself, I cherish it. I don't want to do nothing extra. I don't. I just want to be and live my life. And I'm working on myself right now. I'm losing weight and
Uh-huh.
working on my skin and stuff like that. Like that's what's important to me right now.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that. I make good enough income to support myself. It'll come. It'll happen. It'll click when it clicks. Is how I feel.
Yeah. So being that you're a loner, do you do any networking or
Mm-mm,
community or anything like
mm-mm.
that? No?
Mm-mm. And I think the times that I've had the opportunity to, there's always been some outside factors that just prohibited me from going forward.
Okay.
And like I said, I've worked through that. And like one major setback was my weight. My weight got out of control during COVID.
Really?
Yes, like most people. Some people were working out
I was
and getting
working, I got
snatched.
snatched. I got
I
snatched
mean,
during COVID.
look, I should have been doing what you were doing, but I was eating no more cream pies daily
Oh.
and watching Netflix. I think I was watching the show You when it
Oh
first came
God.
out. Girl. So it's been a journey to get back to myself. And that's what I'm working on right now. That's my main focus other than work
Yeah.
is working on myself.
I love
So
that. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I wanted to try something new on the podcast. I don't know how much
Oh
time you
boy.
have, but I wanted
I
to try
got plenty.
something new and try a new segment called This or That. So I'll
Okay.
give you like two things, I guess, and you could choose which one you would prefer
Okay. That
out
sounds
of that.
fun.
So this or that.
Okay.
So celebrity client or Everyday woman.
Everyday woman.
Okay. Eyes first or brows or skin?
Brows first.
Brows first. Okay.
Hmm.
Cream or liquid foundation?
Ooh, I think I prefer liquid.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Lash or no lash?
always a lash, even the most smallest baby lash.
I agree.
Hmm.
As far as applying makeup, brush or sponge?
Both. I gotta pick one or the other. Okay. If I had to choose one, I guess I would go with sponge because I'm going to use the sponge for other things as well.
Okay. Okay. Last
Yeah,
one, matte or glossy lip?
I'm on the fence with that. I've started liking more matte looks, but gloss is always like this go to.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Look, I do skin first.
you do
Brows.
you.
Yes.
Tell
Oh
me,
my
tell me
God.
why, please.
Because for me, I guess the way my brain works, I have
Hmm.
to have what I
Structure.
realize is like I have to have a clean
Uh-huh.
like canvas in order for me to see what I want to do.
Now, do you do
'Cause-
everything skin first, like the contour, the highlight, everything, and then move on from there? Yeah, you need to see
Mhm.
the structure first before you start shaping everything else,
Yeah, I
right?
tried it one time. My friend was like, because she's a makeup artist, she was like, I just want you to do a smoky eye on me and I'll do everything else. I said,
Mm-hmm.
okay. And
How you couldn't get it, you couldn't grasp it,
ooh,
right?
I was like, oh my God, I need to put something on your face and then I could see the smoky eye. It was like, I couldn't, like, I froze a little bit. It was like, I can't
Hmm.
see what's happening.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. And I used to be like that, and then I trained myself to get out of it. Weddings made me get out of doing skin first
Uh-huh.
because people were unpredictable. Like the tearing out of nowhere when you're not doing anything to make them tear, the whatever it might be.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, I can't. You just set me back 30 minutes. I had to
Right.
clean this up, take this off, do whatever, and do it again. So let me just focus on these eyes.
Right.
I try not to overthink the eyes because that's what holds me back and keeps me working a little longer than I need to.
Mm-hmm.
Is like trying to like with you, what you do, it makes it more simple because everything's already in focus.
Mm-hmm.
So you might just need a little bit of eyeshadow and just a little bit of liner here and there, and then drop a lash, and boom, it looks perfect and put together. So I love that, and I like what you do, but I just train myself to do eyes first,
Yeah.
brows, eyes, and then skin, just to move faster. That's it.
Yeah. And that's what I realized too when with doing skin first. I realized that I don't have to do too much to the brows, like go as hard. It keeps me personally from doing too much because I'll try
Yep.
to do the brows and get it perfect and then it's like brow. So like it keeps me from doing too much for the brows and to the eyes and
Yep.
yeah.
I totally understand it. It's
And I feel
just
like if I run out of time, at least their foundation is on.
exactly because you can just take a little powder, add a little bit to the brow, throw on the
Mhm.
lash if you don't do anything, liner and a lash, and it looks perfect.
Yeah.
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 So I feel you. You know what? Having this conversation, you might make me go back
I
to
don't know,
doing
but
it that
looking at
way.
your
At
work,
least
I'd
for
be
some
like,
people.
dang, I want to try
No, but
eyes
it takes
first.
longer. No, you can try it. Retrain your brain so you can have two different ways of doing things or approaching things, depending on the situation and the time constraints. But honestly, now hearing that, I'm like, I need to go back to doing that because it would save me some time actually. If I
Yeah,
can see everything.
yeah. You like doing bridal?
I do. I love love, first of all. So yeah, I enjoy being around people during those periods of time. Like it's really special to them. And
Yeah.
then I think about like you chose me to be a part of your day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I only do weddings now for people I know.
And I feel you on that because it can get crazy.
Like I've never had like a terrible experience with a bride. It's just that I really feel like they deserve somebody that's like totally into it. And it's hard
Yeah.
for me to be like totally into it if I don't
If
know
you
you.
don't know them. Yeah.
Yeah, but if I know you, like, oh my
But see
God.
that's what I get from the get to know the person part. Like if we do a trial, I'm laying to you. It's very rare that I miss on a trial. Like it's happened. Of course it's happened.
Mm-hmm.
But I usually don't miss just because I'm giving them what they want, making them feel comfortable. Um, I feel like the trial is to sell yourself too, not
Mm-hmm.
just the work. So
Yeah, I've only had one bride that I was like, girl, why did you even hire me? Because you could have did this yourself.
does
It's
she tell you
no
exactly what to do?
or
Like a
lack
paint by
thereof.
number? Oh, she had no
Like, like,
direction.
like she didn't want nothing. Like she could have did it herself. It's
Well,
no
you
way
just
that
have
somebody,
to.
you know how you could look at Sam's or see a picture and be like, oh, Sam Fine did that. Or
Yes.
such a, like nobody could look at that picture and be like, a queer, it looked like a queer did like she just wanted the bare minimum. I had to
See, I
force her
like
to get
stuff like that.
lash.
I like stuff like that because it forces me to be more creative and like slipping the knife in easy, given my style or
She didn't want
my.
everything.
No, I get that. I've had several people like that where they're just like, I want this. Don't give me that. I don't want concealer. I just want foundation.
I did the most natural look, and she was like, "Oh, it's too much," and I normally just do this, and then she wanted silver lipstick,
You
and
gotta be kidding.
I told her, "Yeah, you go buy that lipstick, and
You
I will put
gotta
it
be
on
kidding.
you. I will put it on you for
Who
your
is this
wedding."
lady? Let's ban her.
She is bad,
Let's
and
put her
then
on put her in the
she had a
blacklist book.
twin. Like I fought her on the lashes. So once I put like a small like demi wispy lash on her, she loved it. So on her wedding day, her twin, they are identical, was like, "Oh no, no lashes." She was over there convincing her twin, "No, you should get the lash."
Okay.
And like,
See?
but then her twin literally just wanted like spot like concealer
Oh, her
on
blemishes.
bumps
Okay.
and like blush and the
Uh-huh.
lash. And I told her, I said, you're I ain't say you're gonna look crazy, but I'm like, you're really gonna stand out. The other girls are getting full glam. Like you're gonna look different standing beside them in full glam.
True.
You don't
But
have
I've
any.
had that situation and I've finessed it. Like if somebody wanted me spot treat, if the rest of their skin, if they only had 10% of their skin that's like blemish or whatever, I'll work my way around it and make it kind of look like what I want it to look like and still give them what they want. I don't know. I like physical challenges.
They weren't going for it. The twins weren't
Okay.
having it. Okay. And when the bride tagged me in them pictures, I untagged myself. You would not,
That's all you could do. I
you
won't
would,
post it. If I don't like it, I ain't posting
you would not say that I did this makeup because I
it.
really
Silver
didn't.
lipstick.
Yeah, I really didn't do anything for real. So
Yeah.
I'm like, girl,
I would say I assisted. I
yeah,
assisted in this glam.
I sure did. I definitely assisted in the glam.
That is
You do
hilarious.
fashion shows?
I don't like fast face like that.
Me
It's
either.
not for me. I ruled that out years ago. I did it one time and I was like, oh, this is fucking awful. No
Yeah.
thing. Can I curse?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like, this is awful.
Yeah, I always tell artists, especially when they're starting off, try a little bit of everything so you can see what you like. I know for
Hmm.
sure fashion shows are not for me. I more so coordinate the team now. Like if you want me to do a fashion
Uh-huh.
show, I'd be like, "Oh, I can get some people for you. Yeah, I can do
Hmm.
that." And I'll supervise. But
Yeah, that's a better role to play. Yeah.
to touch the people, I don't like
Mhm.
the haste of it. It's too much for me.
Yeah. When Mario told the story about his one of his experiences starting out in Fashion Week, he was doing some model. I forget who he said it was, and he was moving so fast he wasn't paying. He turned for a second, came back thinking she was gonna be in the same spot, and stuck the brush in her nose.
Oh,
So
what?
she cried. Like it was a whole thing. Yeah.
Oh my
But
God.
he said he was happy that he still could work after that. But yeah, stuff like that, I'm like, I could see that happening to me. I'm real precise with like them being thrown off, people coming up, saying stuff, because it always happens in TV stuff,
Hmm.
always.
Hmm.
I could see that happening to me and I would just be done.
Yeah. When it comes to TV work or just work, some jobs in general, how do you feel about how do you determine what job you take? Is it based off of the pay or is it based off of like if you see it's going to be a relationship built like later on?
I take both in consideration.
Hmm.
Definitely the pay. I'm like, is it going to be worth my time? Because I just feel like working with celebrities or celebrity adjacent
Yeah.
folks that it's always a lot of extra stuff for no reason.
Always extra. Oh my
Like,
God.
why are you being so extra? Like, please just sit down. Let's get this over with. Um, so the pay has to be right, and then whatever the future opportunity.
I'm about to say I got something to tell
Tell me,
you. Oh my
tell
God. Do
me.
you know that you know how we have to do those interview looks
Yeah.
and the continuity.
Oh God, I
Tell
knew he was gonna say that.
they tell you what look that they want and everything. So this one particular time, I don't even care. It was on Love and Marriage. I don't even care.
Hmm.
Working
Hmm.
with my client and we were switching the look that day. Me and the hairstylist, we had done this one look for like weeks and we was just like,
Oh,
oh,
girl, I hate that.
I was just
Repeating
like,
the
I'm
look,
tired. I just hate
repeating
it.
it. Yeah.
Yes. I'm like, oh my God. So we finally were at a point where they were like, okay, we're switching the look. We completed the whole look. Girlfriend is in her outfit and everything. And the producer comes in and says, oh, actually, we need the look from the last time.
That sounds like them. That was the reason why I stepped away from.
And we were literally done. Like, she was about to
Mhm.
like go down for interviews, and the hairstylist had to leave like to go get her kids and stuff like that. It was a totally different look. Like, the hair was
Right.
totally different. The makeup was totally different.
Why
We're
would they do
like,
that to y'all? Why would they do that? That's their bad. Like,
I was like so shook.
did y'all have to do it, or did they
We
just
had
go
to
along with the new?
we
What?
had to do it because I was literally packing my stuff, and we were like sitting there trying to figure out like, so how can we work around this? Like,
Right.
can
That
we
wouldn't have worked for me. See, that would have been
packing
my
our
exit
stuff
day.
up?
That would have been my exit day.
That
Yeah, certain things I can't tolerate.
the last minuteness of it, and I just uh
I'm flexible, but I'm not that flexible.
yeah,
Yeah, after I spent 2 hours, whatever, beating your face and getting you together, and you want me to spend another 2 hours to take it off and put, yeah, no. Mm-mm.
totally different outfit and everything, hair,
Yeah.
makeup. Yeah,
Did she have the other outfit?
yeah, they had the other outfit.
Oh, they kept, that's right. They were keeping their
Hmm.
garments. I remember that.
Yeah, they had the
I was
outfit.
hearing about it because I left. I
uh
did one look and I was out.
yeah,
Like,
that's right. And then the pay for that
yeah. Hmm.
doesn't match. I digress. It was a great experience though.
All of it's a great experience,
It's
a
all a
learning
learning
experience, if
experience.
nothing else.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Learning experience. So you could be able to go to the next production and be like, no, actually, this is what I require. But
Yep.
I think sometimes people are afraid to do that because it's like, okay, if I push back, then maybe they'll push back at me and then I won't have a job.
Yeah, and that could happen because honestly, with that same employer, that happened to me. The who was he? I guess he's the EP. Yeah,
Hmm.
the EP. He had a bit of a tude, like he had a certain type of personality and how he liked to run things. And all I wanted to know was the schedule because the schedule was so crazy in the last minute.
All I need to know is the
And
schedule.
I asked, like, when are we meeting? We don't know. We'll let you know. I'm
Uh,
busy. I'm
I'll
booked.
let you
I'm busy. You let me know. Go ahead. You let me know. And I
in.
promise you, I probably won't be available. He snapped at me and was like, "You're replaceable." That's all he had to say was, "You're replaceable." I closed my mouth because some things aren't worth talking about or arguing about. And I don't argue. I just go from 0 to 100. So I was like, let me
Yeah.
just, I politely grabbed my stuff and never came back.
Yeah, and I think that's the unspoken like disrespect I feel like we get as beauty professionals is like y'all do know that we're popping, right? Like we're not
And if you
this is
don't, I'm
not
going to
our
show you.
only project. Like this is not our only project. This is not my only client. This is not my life. Like I
Those
have
people don't
other
care,
things
though.
to do. So like
Yeah, those
people
people
just
in those
kind of feel like
positions,
we're
they don't
just
care.
open and available to just do whatever because we do makeup. Like no, like it's not
Yep.
like that. And that's how they treat us sometimes. It's like, oh, like this is like we're paying you. Like,
So just be available.
yeah, like
Yeah,
no.
no. And it's okay. I don't say a word. I'm not available.
Yeah. What ways would you like to see the industry improve just as a whole, the beauty industry?
I would like it to really be beautiful in the industry. And it's
Mm-hmm.
not. I think the beauty industry is very ugly
Mm.
when you get behind the scenes and to the nitty-gritty of things, especially like influencers and
Okay.
stuff like that. Like I just for it to be better, I think we just need better people in the space.
Mm-hmm.
Better attitudes, better dispositions. Um, I probably would do more with other people, you know, network, socialize more if I felt, yeah, if I felt like it was a opening and welcoming space. And maybe I haven't been in the right spaces. You
Yeah,
seem to have
women in
found your
virgin
tribe. I
beauty.
would say you found your tribe,
I'm creating
and
my tribe
you are.
because I
You're
feel like
creating
a
your
lot of
tribe.
people feel that way of like I always hear people talk about gatekeepers and just like stuff like that. And I started friends
I'm
with people.
guilty of it.
Yeah. You said you guilty of
Yeah.
gatekeeping?
Yes.
Why? What you be doing?
Because everybody don't need to know everything. It's not for everybody to know.
Yeah,
I'm,
certain
I'm a
things.
firm believer of that. I'll share some things, but I'm not sharing every single detail of everything I do and what I use and what I like with everybody.
Oh, no, not with everybody, because some people I think discernment is very, very important. Like you can tell when some people are just trying to use you or just trying to, yeah, they just want to take the information and run. And then next
Yeah.
thing you know, they don't give no credit where credit is
Mm.
due. And
And you don't have to, especially if you're paying for the knowledge, you don't have to credit me unless you want to. But you
yeah,
pay for a service. That's
that's
different to me.
different.
But it's just, yeah, people being nicer in the
Yeah.
industry to each other, I think.
Yeah, because I was meeting a lot of people who didn't even have like beauty friends, like other makeup artists
Yeah.
and stuff
And
like that.
I have a bestie, McConnell Murphy. That's like
Uh-huh.
you know McConnell, right?
Uh-uh.
No, that's
Uh-uh.
my bestie. I love her. Like we met at Mac years ago, reconnected, and we're still friends to this day. She's a great girl.
Yeah, so
But I
community
don't
is
have a
so
whole
important.
lot of people I like to connect with, but you know, a few
Mhm.
hairstylists here and there. Um, but yeah, if you don't have any friends in the industry, then you might be the problem.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
friends in beauty. Come up, you gotta come to an event. You
Yes.
might meet some people that's like, okay, things have
I'm going to.
changed.
I like what's happening over there. I think there's a different vibe and element,
Yeah,
and
because I feel
I'm
like I attract
curious.
like very much the same people or people who are looking for that in particular. They're shy, they might be introvert, they might be loners too.
Right.
And they're like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to, force myself out of my comfort zone a little bit. And this is comfortable. Like I try to make it as comfortable as possible for people and not feel
Like I
like a
said, anytime I've
pressure.
ever been in your presence, come across you, we've crossed paths, you've always been sweet. You've
Uh,
always been like a beam of light, just happy. Like I don't feel any pretentiousness from you. It's just like I'm here, I'm doing my thing. You know, I'm a beautiful black girl. I'm here. What's up?
yeah,
And I
come
like
along
that.
for the ride if you want, if that, yeah.
Peace, love, and happiness is what I get from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of support do you need at this level? 17 years in, like I know it looks different from somebody that's a beginner, but at this point of your career, like where do you need to be supported or need help with?
Um, I will argue occasionally on Instagram about, and I've gotten over this recently about numbers or engagement or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And I really don't know what to expect. Like I think I'm at 15K supporters at this point. And sometimes the math ain't mathing on things, but then you made an excellent point early on in an interview that if you post somebody that people don't know, they're just like whatever. It could be
Oh,
pretty, it could
pretty.
be
Like, oh, pretty.
whatever. Yeah, and I'm like, okay, y'all have looked at it. I could see the shares, like Instagram give you the analytics, right? You could see everything that's going on with your posts. And I'm like, 700 people looked at this. I could see 14 people shared it.
Yeah,
Um, 25 people commented. Why I only have 32 likes on
you're
this?
right.
And I have 15K people supporting me, supporting. Um, why is everybody so dormant? But then there are other situations or things that play a part, like algorithm.
Right, right.
How many people other people are following, the stuff that pops up on the algorithm constantly. You're not part of that, so they don't see you, and it is
Mm-hmm.
what it is.
Yeah, it's
But the
understandable.
700 who saw, how come y'all just didn't double tap? I mean, it took 2 seconds. Double tap. Show me
No,
some support.
we'll
Goddamn.
be
Every time I
grinding
see
by
something,
years.
I like.
Yeah.
I don't. It doesn't take anything away from me to just double tap if I like. If I looked at it and I liked it.
Some people like it in their head, just, oh, that's nice. That's nice.
But help a brother out and go ahead and just hit that heart.
Because I had a pet, not a pet peeve, but I had a bone to pick one day. It was like a couple of weeks ago. Instagram was tripping, and I was trying to put some music over top of my reel, but it
Mm-hmm.
kept making the music. I would adjust the levels, but the
Uh-huh.
music was still like overpower what the person was saying. But I posted it, not realizing it because I thought I fixed it. I posted it, and then somebody finally commented like, "Is it me or is the music a little loud?"
Hi. Mm-hmm.
But it had several people like the post already, so I'm like.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to take it down
No,
and
but I
redo
was
it.
like, who was gonna say something? Like, how y'all
Right.
double tapping and did y'all really listen to it? Like, how y'all double tapping a
Was it
post?
work? Was it makeup work?
No, it was a clip from
Friends
the
from me.
podcast. Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm
Well,
like,
maybe
how
they
y'all
just knew they were going to tune
you ain't really
in.
watch it? Because if you did watch it,
And
you
they're
would
just
have
happy that
known.
you posted something coming.
I
I
was
don't
like,
know. But you know what? With the videos and that, do you do any editing? You do your short clips in like InShot or something where you can adjust the volume of the audio on your level, like turn it always to
no.
like 200? Because I think in
Mm-mm.
InShot you can turn it all the way up.
No, I never done it like that because I'm always adding like the music in Instagram. And
Yeah.
then
No, yeah, you can still do that, but you can
okay.
have the volume up to 200 in InShot, and
Yeah.
then put on Instagram whatever music you have. You turn it down just a little bit, you'll be
Yeah.
able to hear that audio overpowering. So
Yeah. Instagram was just glitching.
yeah, it always
Yeah.
is on
They just
some BS.
Yeah, I try not to take social media too seriously now. I literally look at it as an app. I know it is a
Hmm.
way for us to reach people and market our business and stuff, but I've developed the mentality of it literally is just an app. So why am I getting myself all
Same.
in a
Worked up about
tizzy?
it.
Yeah, all worked up about it over
Yeah.
an app. Like if they like it, they like it. If they don't, my life still goes on.
That's where I'm at. Like I said, I just post it, I put on my story, put on my reel, see it, somebody gonna see it somewhere. All I care about is that I constantly get booked. When
Okay.
that stops, then I'll reevaluate the process. But as long as the bookings come in, I'm cool.
Yeah.
If 20 people like it, 10 people only like it,
Yes,
out
yes,
of the 10, one of them are gonna book something. So
absolutely. Yep. Well, have you ever thought about what you want your legacy to be as far as how you contribute to the industry or the feeling you leave your clients with?
yeah, like on a personal level with clients, I feel like I've already, like I think I've touched enough people. I want to continue doing that, but as far as like the community, I want to be able to offer something,
Mhm.
which is why I have not done a class yet, just because I don't feel like I have anything new necessarily to give anybody. I feel like whatever tips I give out, I'm sure it's already been given on
You want to
YouTube,
teach makeup
Instagram,
artists or like
TikTok.
everyday women?
Well, everyday women is a whole nother thing. Like they're more novice, they're gonna learn something.
Hmm.
But I've been asked like by the like people in the community, like, hey, do this, do a class. When you gonna do this? When you gonna post this? And I'm like, I post stuff when I feel inclined to.
Yeah.
Um, but honestly, like the information is repetitive. So
Hmm.
when I come up with something or I come up with like a technique that's like mine and it's something that's a little bit tweaked and different, then I feel like I have something to share with people. But right
You
now,
might have that already. You don't know what other people are
I
doing.
might. That's true. I don't know everybody's every step and move, but I feel like I'll know when I know.
You better just do it.
Hopefully, I'll
Stop
still be
playing.
here. I know. I know.
Stop playing with us, Jeff.
You sound like my
And
friends.
give us
Yeah.
a class.
Yeah.
Have you taught a class before?
Hmm.
Yeah, stop playing.
Yeah.
The
All
people's
right.
ready. Y'all flood his DMs and comment
Yeah.
on.
If I get enough, because I put out feelers before just to see like if people were interested. I didn't feel like it was enough of an interest, in
Yeah.
my personal opinion.
Hmm.
So yeah, if I get enough interest, then of course.
Yeah, and that be the thing too. I've had a lot of like everyday women always ask me, "Oh, you gonna teach a class?" And then when I put a class together, it be
Who
cricket.
coming? Right.
Yeah, like what's up? Thought you said you wanted this. So,
Exactly. That's my whole thing. Like if people are really interested, I'll give the people what they want if they really want
hmm,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Is there anything that's coming up next for you that you can share? Any projects you working on or
Mm,
anything?
myself.
Yep. I
I'm
can.
next.
Yes.
I am the project right now.
Yes, I'm next. I
Yeah.
love that. Because we neglect ourselves so much. Oh my gosh. Well, I would hope that since you're stationary, you're at least eating several
Yep.
meals a
Yep.
day.
Because that also played effect in my weight and everything. Having one meal after working
Yes.
an entire day and traveling to people and doing this and the third. Nobody thinks about how we feel and
Mm-mm.
what we're going through. And I don't expect them to. Somebody's paying you like show up, do your job and go home. I don't really care.
Yeah.
Like just do your work. But we need somebody to look after us.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, now I can eat and I can drink water. I can go to the bathroom when I
Okay.
feel like I need to go. It's a lot of things, a lot of changes, a lot of
Yeah, for
positive
sure.
changes. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are the days I really beat myself up. It's like when I realize it's 6 o'clock and I'm like, what did you eat today?
Did you drink
Nothing.
water?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like those are the days I really beat myself up because I'm like, that's not the life that I aspire to at all. At
I
all. Do
mean, I
you
like
plan on
making
retiring?
money and yeah, I do. But when I retire, I still want to work. I never not want to work. I always want to have something to look forward to, something to wake up to do. I watch older people in my family like be sedentary and lose a lot of their functions. Like my
Hmm.
mom couldn't write her name before she passed away. Like there's a whole lot of things that just come from a sedentary lifestyle and like just
Hmm.
being, yeah, still.
Yeah.
And I want to be sharp. I want to, get up and be able to use my body and still function as I get older. I don't want to have to be taken care of unless I have to,
Hmm. Hmm. That's
which
like
is another reason why I'm changing my lifestyle right now.
yeah, because your
Yeah,
future self will reap the benefits of what you do today.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel myself sometimes slowly creeping away from makeup.
Yeah, because you have something that's going, and I really want you to nurture this. Like
Yeah,
I'm telling you, I want you to nurture
I
this
love it so
more
much.
because I feel like this is you. This is your niche. You mentioned niche earlier. Like this is your area, and you belong here.
Thank you. Appreciate. I've been loving it. So I feel myself just probably I might get to the point where I just deal with existing clients
Yes.
and not take on any new people.
Yep.
It might just work like that. Like if you're already in the system, then you can keep coming back.
Well, I'm speaking upon you that this is going to blow up and be your full-time everything. And whatever you decide to do from this experience and what was I trying to say? Well, yeah, this experience. Like that it just keeps going up from there. You just find other little loopholes and avenues to go and make it bigger.
Oh,
That's what I'm speaking on you.
I receive it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Well, before you go, I have to
Hmm.
ask you the Friends and Beauty rapid fire
Oh
question.
boy, there's more. Okay.
Yeah. So whatever comes to your mind first, you can just spit it out.
Spit it out.
Yeah, or if you need to elaborate, that's fine.
Okay.
So the first one is, what are the top 3 keys to your success so far?
Consistency, uh, being empathetic, and integrity.
Oh, wow. Those are all 3 of those. Wow. How do you measure your success?
Good question. I would say, or I would think that it is through retention.
Hmm.
Like I just love having clients that I've had for like 10 plus years. They
Yeah.
moved and they come back and they want to see me. Oh yeah, that makes me feel successful.
Yeah, yeah. On that note, I know it's rapid fire, but I love that
Hmm.
too. As far as when I have clients who, for example, I have one client who I did her engagement shoot, her wedding makeup, her baby shower
Hmm.
makeup, her
I
maternity shoot
love that.
makeup, and then I get to see like I did her makeup for her father-in-law's birthday party recently, and I got to see
And
the
then you're doing the
baby.
daughter's makeup, and then you're
Yes,
doing
I told the
prom.
baby, I said, I
Yeah,
see
like,
you in like 18 years.
hmm,
Like, I just love,
yes,
even when they have kids, like, if I do like a maternity shoot and then I do their makeup
hmm,
again, I'm literally seeing my client that I mentioned, I did her makeup for her friend's wedding. And her son is 7 now, and I did her maternity shoot. So I get to see her
exactly.
kids
Her
grow up.
life
I
and
just
the
love that.
growth, and yeah, I do. I really do.
Yeah, I love that part.
Yeah.
What's the best advice you've ever received or a piece of advice that's always stuck with you?
Oh yeah, don't take it personal.
Mhm. I like that.
Don't take it personal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I apply that to a lot of things.
Like one of the 4 agreements. Don't
Yep.
take things personally. Yep. What advice would you give to another makeup artist right now who is just feeling stuck and they're just ready to give up?
Oh, don't. Um, it does get better if you stay steadfast. Um, keep learning, practice. Um, and know your worth.
Hmm. Love that. Yep. What is a resource that helps you in your business that you can share with the friends and beauty community?
Resource that helps me in my business. Um, can you elaborate a little bit more when you say
Sure. Like, do you have a
resource?
book that you like, a
Oh, okay.
podcast, or a piece of technology you use? I don't know.
Um, well, honestly, social Instagram.
Hmm.
Instagram. Like if Instagram shut down, I'd be sad. If Instagram charged a fee to be on the platform, I would pay. I get about 75% of my clients from Instagram. I would say the other percentage would be word of mouth, retention, but I get a lot of new clients and it comes from Instagram. Just
Wow.
random people. I saw you on Instagram. I hit a hashtag and you popped up.
Mm,
So
love that. Don't say the
Instagram's a great tool.
don't say you pay too loud because then they
I
listen.
mean, it's already coming. That's already coming. They easing their way in. You
That's the
can
day I'm
buy
gonna
a
get off of
badge now.
Instagram. Shoot.
Oh, now, come on now. That's a good reach for you. That YouTube, like, it's a good reach.
If they start making me pay for Instagram, they better change the algorithm in my favor.
Oh, well, heck yeah. I would have a
True.
whole list of demands at that point. Like, I want to make sure my post gets seen. I want to be at the top. How much is that?
Yeah.
Like Wedding Wire. How do I get to the top of the list?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, I
So
wouldn't mind.
yes, the last one. I just want you to fill in the blank and just say, my name is blank, Jeff.
Hmm. Hmm.
And the key to longevity and success is blank, like whatever you think it is. So my name is blank, and the key to longevity and success is hmm,
Just one thing.
whatever you think it is. It could be a
Okay.
sentence or whatever.
Okay.
A blank.
Um, well, my name is Jeff. And the key to success or success for me, my view, is I have to go back to consistency, um, actual care for people in general. Whether you care about the person personally, it doesn't matter, but just care for a human being. And um, yeah, just be a good person. Do your job and be a good person.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you can't go wrong.
It's the basics.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeff. Before you go,
Thank
please share
you.
your social media or however you want people to
Absolutely.
connect with you and book an appointment and all that. And
So
beg
it's
them for
real
a makeup
simple.
class.
Oh, it's real simple. Instagram is the best way to get me, but yeah, if you go to Insta, in my bio, there's my number, there's my email. I prefer text. Don't call me. I put that in all caps. Do not call. Yeah, that's how you can reach me.
All right, and I know you still get people that call. I know you do.
I'm
about to say, I know people don't follow directions.
By now, and if they do, I just don't answer. The number's not programmed. I'm not answering. So.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. This was
pleasure.
Awesome.
Thanks for listening to the Friends in Beauty podcast. Don't forget, sharing is caring. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with another friend in beauty. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe, rate, and leave a 5-star review so that other friends in beauty can find the show. Plus, we'd love to hear your feedback. Connect with us on all social media platforms at Friends in Beauty, hashtag Friends in Beauty to join the conversation, and join our Friends in Beauty Facebook community to stay connected. Talk to you soon.